YouTube, and welcome to episode 11 of the FM21 Road to Glory with Marseille. As you can see, since we last saw each other, things have been going okay for us here in Marseille. As you can see today, we are taking on Olympique Lyon, and we are 1 point behind them in the league, and we are obviously versing them here today. So since you last saw us, we were here against Lask, a 0-0 draw with Nantes, a win against Amiens, a draw in the Europa League against Lask, and then we've gone on a pretty nice winning streak. We did have a big block in December of pre-season games because, being 2022, there was the World Cup happening in the middle of the season, which was a bit annoying, but it doesn't matter. It hasn't stifled our form too much because we've kept the wins going. As you can see, we do have a couple tough games against PSG coming up as well, but you aren't going to see those. You are going to see us play Monaco at the end of the transfer window. So 4 transfers so far. It is only the 11th. We have gone and brought in Dane Scarlett for a big fee of 45 mil. But I think it was only like 10 mil up front at the moment, I think, or maybe even less than that. We are going to play him out on the left though, so obviously I can't show you his position because he hasn't learnt it enough, but he is training it, I hope. Yeah, inside forward on the left, focusing on his passing. We have also gone and brought in Harvey Elliott. Here we go. So at the moment he is on loan at AZ, and he isn't really playing a whole lot, but when he has played, he's played well. But he is joining us at the end of the season on a free from Liverpool, and we have just put an offer in for Cengiz Under as well. So we do need a couple right wingers. So obviously you can probably tell that we may have changed our system a little bit, which you are going to see here. So we still have the 4-3-3 set up in case we do need to chase results. But since the the middle bit of that season, we have changed into a 4-2-3-1. I just feel like long term we've got the players for this. So we've got Makoko playing up front, we've got Dane Scarlett playing left, we've got Salcido in the shadow striker, and for now we've got Alina playing on the right. You never know, next year he might drop back inside into this roaming playmaker position. We're going to have to find out, but we do have Nascimento, who we did bring back from loan. He was playing out on the left until Dane Scarlett joined, but for now I think he does fit the roaming playmaker position quite well. We then have Tonali and sort of Martinelli as our 2 box-to-box midfielders. We've got Mikel, who can play as a box-to-box. We've got Martinelli that can play box-to-box or roaming. And then our back 4 is Devine, Christensen, Francis and Dumfries. So Francis's development's kind of stagnated a little bit, so I'm going to try and give him some more time. We do have William Saliba, who is suspended. I am going to bring Ollie on the bench, are we? No, I think we are actually. We've got enough midfielders. And Marvi we don't need. We've got Person on the bench. Dion's not fit. Luca is playing in the 2s. That's fine, and that's the team we're going to go with. So this game, as shown previously, is absolutely massive for us and our season. If we can get 3 points here against Lyon, then we can be right in the firing line for that top 2 position, which is what we want. I don't really want to finish third. This is their side. So they've got Marcus Edwards, they've got Moussa Barrow, and they've got Dembele up front with Yusuf Yassi. Who's that? 25-year-old Turkish player. Does look very, very solid. Who's on their bench as well? Onyekuru, Toko Kambi, Jesse Lingard. Who's Brian Rodriguez? 22-year-old Uruguayan. Okay, so let's go. We are set. We are ready. We are playing at home to Lyon, and this is where we do need to turn up. So far, going into the 4-2-3-1, we have dominated games, but in the league we haven't turned it into heaps of goals, but we've turned it into enough goals, if that makes sense. So we've only been sort of scoring 2-3 goals, conceding 1, but in the little pre-season, or the return from the World Cup, we were just walking through teams, like Ajax, Dynamo Zagreb, Celtic. So they're good sides as well. They're not bad sides. They're not all quality League One sides as well, like Lyon. They're not all sides that are going to go deep in the Champions League. But I've just got this bug. It just eats at me, knowing that 4-2-3-1 is my system, and I just want to get it going. And I've seen content creators get 4-2-3-1 working, and it's just been a formation that I haven't got going, which has been really frustrating. And I speak to Damo a lot about how the hell can I get a 4-2-3-1 to work. Hopefully now we've brought the players in, especially when we get Harvey Elliott, and hopefully we get Under in as well on that right hand side to bolster our inverted wingers. Once they join us next season, then I think we're going to be in a really, really good position. As Francis just probably gets a concussion there diving in front of the ball. But I feel like, so Reece Devine has had a really good season. The two centre-backs are playing really well. And we've also got Saliba on loan, obviously, who's been playing really well too. So the defence sort of holds its own. The midfield is more than talented enough. And the front four have goals in them, especially even when Dion and Milik and Willem all jump in. There's goals in there. We've got a really good spread of goals in this team up front. So I feel like we just need time at this point. We need these kids to grow. I've got to stop buying people, but people like Harvey Elliott do become available. It's nice to be in a financial position where we can go after them, and that's how I look at this. I feel like an Alina or someone's going to have to give this season. I don't really want to get rid of Martinelli, but it could be a Mikel or it could be an Alina, just to bring some funds back in the door, because we have spent quite a bit of money and we haven't had the best assets in order to sell. So you never know, someone might be going out the door next season. We do need to get rid of at least one foreign player. So I'm sort of leaning on Loftus-Cheek. So we might be able to sort of get 15 to 20 mil for Loftus-Cheek, which we probably won't even bother reinvesting because he's not playing a whole lot anymore. I think that money just needs to go in the transfer budget just in case we get a pre-contract or something, and we can just hit that money into our wage bill just to keep those free agent signings tipping over. That's how I sort of see that. So as things stand, we are playing quite well. We'd be... Man, it's a red card. Oh, Francis. Are you kidding me? Alright, what do we get rid of? I reckon we sacrifice Alina. We get Mavropanos at centre-back. And I'm going to shift these two in as shadow strikers. Actually, no, I'm not going to play them out wide. I'm going to play Scala inside forward on attack. We'll play Saucedo inside forward on attack. I know that's not his best position there, but hopefully we can hold on. And that's really disappointing because I felt like we were the dominant side there until we get a silly red card. But hopefully we can still create. It just means we lose that extra number up front, but I'm sure these three up front can get the business done as well. So here we go. Let's see what can we get from this game. Obviously a draw now is probably something that I would take. If we can get a goal and then hold on for a 1-0, that'd be even better. I am going to encourage the boys though, try and get them up and about. See how we go. So Dembele flicks on the header only as far as Merit. So here we go. Can we just keep the ball here? Nothing silly. I feel like a long ball is coming though. But we've got numbers nice and wide. We're finding Reece Devine, Scarlett, got to go. Finds Devine, the two Englishmen linking up, the two young English sensations here in France, finding Nascimento, Saucedo, Dumfries, Makoko. Let's go yourself. Oh, Yusufu. Come on, Makoko. We've absolutely dominated. This is where it's just frustrating to get the red card there because we were just so all over Lyon, who were meant to be one of the better sides in the league too. And we've just shot ourselves in the foot. So here we go. Dumfries does well. Finds Saucedo. Saucedo takes off. Does well. Can you get a ball in? Eddie Saucedo. Why do you go all the way to Dumfries? I mean, if we score from him, I'm not going to complain, but I don't quite understand why we went all the way to Denzel Dumfries there where we had that run through. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Rene Adelaide finding Edwards. Good young winger. Into Barrow. Dembele. Goal. Oh, this is frustrating. They don't deserve that whatsoever. Holy moly, he's already scored 20 goals this season as Dembele, and we're not even at the end of January. Far out. Devine, Scarlett, Devine, ball in, Saucedo, Tonali, Dumfries 1-0. Come on, boys, let's go. Denzel Dumfries gets his first of the season. He's known to pop up with the odd goal here and there for us as well. Before his injury, he scored a couple. But there we go. That's what we needed, just to say, nah, mate, we're here just as competitive as you are, Leon. Is this game going to turn into a bit of back and forward now? Musa Barrow, deflected shot, finds its way out to corner. Ball in, dealt with. Come on, Scarlett. Good flick on. Oh, you got to show Makoko running at the defence there, FM. Seriously. Here we go. Dumfries, Mavropanos, Nascimento, Salcedo. Even with 10, we're still moving the ball quite well as we get caught in possession when we should have played a ball, but it doesn't matter. Here we go. Nascimento, Dumfries. I like how we've just sort of recovered possession there. Kept it quiet, kept it slow. Ball out there to Dumfries. That's better. Here we go. Salcedo's in the channel. Can't find him. Nothing to go to here, though. Nascimento. Poor ball. Only as far as Renato Adelaide, and here's the counter. Musa Barrow. Driving. Barrow. Chip. Oh, come on. Boys. One dumb pass from Nascimento into the middle of the park. Why are you trying to play Tonali there? Just whip it into that open space. Even if you give the ball away, at least you give it away to their goalkeeper or their fullback. So dumb. You lose that extra option. You just don't have the extra number 10 to free you up. As Dane Scarlett gets his first goal in his first game. I don't know how that's just gone in, but we'll take it. So I have been extremely disappointed there, and we've gone from being extremely disappointed to a bit astounded. Makoko's just gone, yeah, I'm just going to do this all myself, lads. Puts a great ball across, and Scarlett, that's a brilliant finish from the young Englishman. So there we go. Can we just go in level? They've had 3 shots on target. We've had 7. Even with 10 men, we've been the better side. So let's go. Let's go. We've been the better side. The boys have been the better side. Can we find a third goal in this game? Can we find a way just to press? Can we just hold on at the back? Dumfries, long. Oh, he almost found Makoko's feet as well. Here we go. Time to dig in, boys. Got to make this hard for Leon. Can we just get to the 65th minute level? Then we can make a few changes. We can get some fresh legs in the middle. We can get a fresh winger on up front. I'm kind of tempted to try and wait to about the 70th minute, and then we'll make a double change and hope we don't get another red card. Dane Scarlett, here we go. Use your pace, Dane. Finds Reece Devine. He didn't really make an overlap. Ball in towards Makoko. No one gets there. Tonali. Just don't get caught in possession here. Makoko. Salcedo. Dumfries. Oh, what a save from Lopez. And Dumfries is struggling for fitness too, so we might have to make a change at right back. And then we've got to prioritise where our third change is. Nascimento. Mavropanos. Blocked header. Here we go. We are absolutely pushing at the moment for a winner. Salcedo, Dumfries. Got to find something here. Tonali, Dumfries. Can we get a ball in towards Makoko? Nascimento drops it into Dumfries. Salcedo, Scarlett. And it's our ball. Okay, I'm going to bring Timo on. Person at right back. It's our highlight though. Reece Devine. Poor throw. Very poor throw from the young left back. What a ball. Finds Musa Barrow. What a direct counter attack. It's Rodriguez. All from our mistakes. These goals are just coming from our mistakes. Just silly passes. That's 2 really silly passes that have cost us. And I don't know whether to blame that on the 10 men or not. That is really frustrating. Eddie Salcedo really struggling. We don't have anyone else. I mean, now he's picked up an injury. Brilliant. So what we're going to do is we're going to go Makoko on the right as a winger on attack. We're going to get Milik up front. Can we find something, boys? Can we get an equaliser? They've had 4 shots on target and they've scored 3 of them, just playing deep and playing on the counter. Such negative football from Leon here, and we've had the majority of the possession as Monaco go 1-0 up through Ferran Torres. Okay, that's an interesting signing. And if we lose this game, that is going to hurt big time, and that is on the back of our centre-back getting sent off. That is on the back of Francis, I feel. If we don't get anything out of this game, that has to be down to the red card, because we've had to work that little bit harder. The boys have tried to force it that little bit more because we've had less numbers, and there's a good block, but it is offside as well. So this is quite frustrating. I really don't want to lose in the league this way. We don't deserve a loss in the league just yet. It's not like we're playing bad football. We're playing brilliant football. And if this is how we lose our first game in the league, I'm going to be very disappointed. As Milik, fresh legs, can he shift it to his left foot? He tried to just go with the outside of the foot, which was a very interesting choice from Milik. Can we just get something here? Makoko, ball in, only as far as Lopez. Got to encourage the boys. There's no point in ripping them because they're doing everything they can. Long throw, doesn't hit anyone. Nascimento, trying to find Tonali. Gets there. Tonali, short pass if he can. Where's the ball? Divine, Scarlett, Nascimento. Don't know why he's hitting that from distance though. Can we get another highlight? Is there time? Lingard over the free kick. Anderson saved by Merritt. Surely there's time for a highlight for us. There might not be. Time to go very attacking. We have absolutely dominated 60% of the ball. How are we going to come away with nothing from this game? Up we go. Got to get there, Reese. Or Merritt keeps it in. Just don't lose the ball here, Merritt. Fine. Hits Divine's feet. Play the middle. Nascimento does well. That's not a good ball towards Makoko though. He does recover well. But we've got 4 minutes. Got to try and win this ball back. Paqueta, Lingard, game. That's our first loss of the season as well. First loss of the season at the hands of Leon, and we don't deserve it. We do not deserve to lose this game of football. Dane Scarlett, can he pull something out? Makoko back post offside. That's game. That's frustrating. 6 shots on target for Leon, score 4 goals. We've had 10, score 2. Play the majority of the game with 10 men. I can't complain. The boys gave it absolutely everything that they've got. Can't fault it. It just wasn't one of our days today. Quite frustrating. Had to go for it in the end, which caused a space in behind. And that's where we drop some pace behind PSG and Lyon. It gives Monaco, where they end up winning 1-0. They're only, 3 points behind us now. That is frustrating. We lose Salcedo for a week. And that is where we're going to leave it for now. So, YouTube, you are going to see us for this Monaco game, which is going to be one of the games of the season. Welcome back, YouTube. We are here taking on Monaco, and I have a lot to update you on. So, since we last saw each other, this is what we're up to. So, we've just kept the form going. A lot of green this year, which has been really, really good to see. But we've had the transfer window happen as well. So, let's go transfer history. There is a lot that has gone on. So let's go. Saliba's in. These guys are all in. Lucas Torre was in. So we've got Peter Vachetta, who is joining us, 4-star striker, either footed. He'll come in and go straight out on loan. Actually, we've already got him. Lukanich, we've got. Okay, so not all these have gone through yet. Okay, so we have brought in Odsonne Edouard to play up front, who he's going to be absolutely mental for us as that complete forward in our 4-2-3-1. Does have that balanced personality, but it's not that bad. We've had him before. We know how good he can be. We paid 25 mil for him. We've brought in Jean-Claire Todibo as well at the back. So that means we probably won't be keeping Saliba next season, but that's fine because Todibo is an absolute beast as well with 16 pace, 15 strength, 16 jumping reach at 6'3" with 14 passing. It was too good of an opportunity not to take. In the out department, we have sold Milik for 40 mil, so we have gone and brought some money into the club. But the other thing I need to go through is just our general transfers in at the moment. So we've got Milan, who's a centre-back who will come in and will loan out straight away with 5-star potential from Slavia Prague. We've got Christensen, a 16-year-old Danish centre-back with that sort of 3.5-ish potential. These guys are all frees as well at the moment. So I did have an offer for Thierry Small, but just wasn't going to get that done. We do have an offer in for Rabiot to come in right now and play that box-to-box role, which hopefully he comes and takes up, which would be awesome for us. But we've got Masingo coming in on a free, who's only got 4-star potential, but normally develops quite well, and he does have the stats to really kick on as a box-to-box midfielder. So if he comes in, we'll definitely loan him somewhere here in France to keep him going. We've got Charlie Webster, another midfielder that will go straight on loan. We've got Cengiz Under, who will play off the right wing as a rotation player, but we've also gone and got Harvey Elliott on a free as well. So our depth just going forward is going to be absolutely crazy, which is going to be good to see. We've got Marco, who's a proper right winger. We'll probably loan him out and try and play him on the left so we can cut in. Then we've got Peter Hampel, who I've just shown you before, and Josh Xerxes coming in to be a bit of a backup option behind Odsonne Edouard up front. So the team is absolutely on fire at the moment. This is how we're going to line up. So Merritt in goals, Dumfries, Christensen, Todibo, Divine, Mikel, Tonali, Makoko is going to shift out to the right as a proper winger with Salcedo, with Dane Scarlett and Edouard up front. So a couple debuts. We've got Lekanic missing out. I think that I'm pretty happy with that so far. Saliba can miss out. Martinelli's not quite back from his injury. So that is the side we are going to go with. And on paper, we are looking absolutely fantastic. The other thing I do need to mention that since the last part, I have got a new microphone. So please let me know if it sounds better. I'm hoping that this is a better microphone than what I've had in the past. We've gone with the blue snowball this time around. So hopefully the quality is a little bit better. If it is, please let me know. If it's not, also please let me know in the comments, just so I know how things are going. But with regards to the save, we're in such a good position. This team is looking so good to really kick on. Hopefully we can have some European success with the side we've got here. But I am in the process of really trying to sell Loftus-Cheek. If we can sell him for 20 mil or so, it just recoups some big money for us that I probably wouldn't even bother spending this season, as Eddie Saucedo gets his 11th of the season and puts us in a really good position in this game a minute in against a big rival for Champions League football. So it's going to be interesting to see how we go moving forward with this side. I think just some of the signings that we've brought in are just absolutely unbelievable. So plenty of talent, big expectations, I guess, moving forward as well. We're going to have lots of people out on loan next season, which is going to be really good to see. Try and see some growth from those players, as I don't even know who that was, Pediro, I've never heard of him. We're just really pushing at the moment. We really got to close that gap with PSG. I feel like our front four's there. I feel like our midfield two are there. It's just making sure that our defence is going to be able to sort of stand up to those better attacks, especially if we're playing in the Champions League next season. I think Tadebo's a huge signing for us, and Christensen, I feel like they're a pair that's probably good enough. The fullbacks, I'm a bit worried. We might need to try and hopefully develop a couple young fullbacks. I know we've got Devine and Dumfries, and they're doing fantastic. But once they're sort of gone, then the quality drops away. So my thoughts are maybe we use that as a position to loan in until we start developing our own fullbacks through our youth intake. That's sort of where my mind is with that. I don't want to go chasing big fullbacks either. I feel like we can live with Devine, Dumfries, but for me it's more about if we get injuries, we don't really have a lot of cover, and it's not really a position I want to spend money on at the moment. I feel like I have spent lots of the board's money, and it's not all up front, and that's the big thing. A lot of it's over, the next 2 to 3 years, so that's going to make a big impact on the money that we're going to have to spend next season, which is why it's really important that for this season we do qualify for the Champions League, so we have that sort of unbudgeted extra money coming into the club, so then we can add that little bit more quality to the squad, which I don't really think we're too desperate for. I feel like our front four is probably going to carry us to success, and then we can slowly develop some of the kids that we've got here, and we can loan enough boys out just to get some minutes so that they can come back in when we are ready to really kick on and compete with PSG within the league, and then really kick on in Europe. So things are looking really promising. We'll probably have a bit of a clean out next season as well, just to keep the money turning, to be honest. So I've already started selling some of those young kids who I don't think are going to be quite good enough to make that jump into our first team, which, it's hard to write people off so early in the save, but it's been, borderline necessary as well, because we've got a lot of kids here that just aren't going to get the time to develop, couldn't get them on loan, so we'll see where they go. So let's just keep going. We are looking good at the moment. It is only 1-0 though, which still worries me. We've missed a couple chances though. Scarlett and Odson Edouard have both missed chances that I thought they may have taken, so let's see what happens with the first sort of 15 minutes or so. We've got to get Makoko. We'll take Makoko off. Not just yet. We will do it very soon though. So we do find Mikel, who's got 11 assists already in the season, which I didn't realise until I had a look at the table beforehand. But Makoko has picked up an injury. So what we'll do is we will take him off and we'll bring Willem on, who is a good enough right winger, so he can go and make the difference for us. Let's see. Dumfries, can he beat his man? Kind of half beats him into Tonali. Tonali, Dumfries, Tonali, strike. Edouard, oh, come on, lads. That would have been beautiful. Really want to see Edouard kick on. It's going to be also interesting to see how Makoko goes playing off the right wing. I don't think there's going to be any issues with him playing out wide. He's got the stats to play in that role, able to get down the line, able to put crosses in, beat his man, get shots across. But there is Willem at the back stick, who he's just someone for me. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, he can play up front. He's going to be crucial for us moving forward, and it might make me evaluate where we play Harvey Elliott too. I feel like Harvey could play in that shadow striker role quite comfortably too, so I might try and work on Harvey's finishing when he does arrive, and he can be that sort of backup to Salcedo, or that rotation for Salcedo, so we don't have to burn through all our options. But speaking of rotating Salcedo, I'm going to take him off for Nascimento, who has been playing quite well for us this season as well. It's just been a crop of just young talent that have come through this season that are really kicking on, and that's what's the positive thing to see as well. So someone like Milik, 29-year-old striker, he was playing well. He was our top scorer across all comps, but he did play a bit of Europa League in those games against Lask and Rio Ave where we did score goals. We were able to get 40 mil. For that, we've been able to bring Todibo in, and then for some other sales, we've been able to get Edouard in for 20. I feel like if you can sell Milik for 40 and bring Edouard in for 25, it's a pretty good trade there. So I was quite happy with that. So here we go. What have we got now? We've got Stained Scarlet starting to struggle. Let's just see what happens here with this highlight. If this is a good highlight for us, we probably will look at maybe moving some things around, maybe moving Edouard around so we can bring Dion on. But here we go. Edouard on the ball, loses it to Golovin. Can we win it back here though? This is where it's got to be crucial for us to win the ball back. What do we do? Dane wins, well done Christensen. And I feel like our defence is pretty solid. I think Devine just needs that bit of time to grow. But the other three outfielders and Merritt are all sort of at that level where we're really ready to kick on. So let's make that sub now. So Dane is struggling. Let's go Willem on that side. Let's go an inverted winger on this side, and we'll bring Alina on there. And I keep clicking on the wrong monitor because, as you can probably tell by the camera angle, we have changed what monitor I'm playing FM on, because the mic I've got now really does need to be directly in line with me. So I am playing on the monitor to my left. So if things do seem a bit different between the two parts of this episode, it is because we've got a new mic set up and we've switched the monitors. So we are playing around with things, and you should also notice that there might be some differences with the face pack, as Willem scores his second off the bench, and he's probably screaming at me to give him a game, because he has, every time I've played him, he has contributed. But I like him because he does give us a really good option to play through the middle, up front, on the left, on the right. He can do every role. So for me, Willem is just that perfect squad player. It's hard. He's probably better than Dane on the left as well. But I just got this thing with Dane Scarlett where I've just seen so many videos of his development where he just turns into an absolute machine. So let me know in the comments what you think we should do, or in the Discord, what we should do with this sort of Willem versus Dane Scarlett discussion. Because if Willem scores a third here against Monaco, it's going to be very, very hard for me not to start him in the next game. And we do have league games coming thick and fast, so there will be rotation regardless. So he still will get his chance to play. I think he has got 5-star potential too, off the top of my head, as we put a real lunging challenge in there. But Tonali brings the ball out. Here we go. What can we find? Alina, Nascimento. Can he bury the game? And we have beaten Monaco convincingly 4-0 at home. And this is a statement for things to come, hopefully. So we do have Lyon. That red card against Lyon really killed us too. That was just frustrating. I feel like we're definitely in this bracket for the top three, and we're probably a season or maybe 2 seasons away from really pushing PSG on a regular basis. Willem probably should be scoring that, and it's a goal kick. That should be time, and that is it for this episode. So if you like this episode, make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. Make sure you follow us on Twitch at Paulie29 as well, to make sure you keep up with all the Marseille action, and the link to the Discord will be in the description, so make sure you join the Discord. It's a really good community at the moment for us to just chat about all things FM and real life sport. So if you do want to interact with the crew that is in the Discord, make sure you join the server, and I'll see you in the next episode where we'll be doing the Europa League draw.